Seeing him with anyone else hurts my soul. So how can I see the love of my life with someone he is asked and doesn't care about? But I know he pretends because I see him many times doing something for me. I never ask something for him because today I just asked him to leave her, but he didn't. I know his attention was not to hurt, but I didn't like it. It seemed like I liked to be with her. But what about me then? Why didn't he let me go? I love him so much. How could I make him believe that? How could I stop him? I couldn't live like this. How is my weakness? She was laying on the mat while staring at the ceiling while crying silently. No one was there. For her, she was alone and she didn't have anyone except him. He was her world. He gave her everything, apartment, clothes, and everything which she didn't have before. She was in love with him before he gave her everything. She didn't want those things, just wanted him. Flashbacks were ringing in her mind and giving more pain. It was not first time he shouted at her like that, but his words freezed in her soul. She didn't know that he would give her place so easily to another girl, the girl his parents chose for him. Flashback. What were you doing with her? Tell me. He was laying on the bed while she was standing. I saw you with her. We went to the hotel, he said blankly, looking at the ceiling. Why did you do that? He looked at her with dead eyes. I enjoyed it a lot. He said while looking at her. Okay. But I want to say something. He frowned because he knew her question. Janko, I don't like her. Please don't talk to her. It can be possible when he got up. Why I don't like to see you with him. With her, why don't you understand? He didn't say anything and I was about to go. She grabbed his hand and please, this hurts me. Don't do this. I love you so much. Leave her. He asked, she yanked her hand and glared at her with bloodshot eyes. He was so angry. Don't act like a kid, fire. I can't believe her now. Why are you forcing me? Are you dumb or what? And if you want to hate the truth, then listen, I love her. He slammed the door and walked out, leaving her there. For a few minutes, her mind didn't process anything, but then she realized his words. He fell in love with her. Her tears started falling. Flashback ends. Why was so hurt? She didn't understand if it was true or not. It was just to shut her mouth. He never said he loved her, yet tears started falling. She was feeling a pain in his heart. She was so heartbroken. She didn't know what to say. She didn't call him. Her eyes were red and puffy because of crying. The next day. Today was her paper, so it was important for her to attend the college. She entered the class and sat down on the seat silently. She was wearing glasses to hide her puffy eyes. She looked at the class and everyone was having fun and was so happy. She was thinking about how people laughed because she never laughed. She just always was a small smile. After that, she came out and saw him spending with her. He was tired, smiling while his friends were respectfully treated her. Janku never smiled with her. She waved aside and started walking with the towards the stairs. She knew that he would never come back. He would come. Janku, she's going out. He nodded, and as she was sitting on the chair while studying, she decided to focus on her studies because she wanted to work for herself. His word was still shattering her heart but she thought that he didn't mean to hurt her. She sounded so worse because he was stressed. He always thought positive about him. He always thought that he had some reason for hurting her. Suddenly, she heard the front door unlocked. She knew that he came, so she didn't get time to hug him. He opened the door of the room and she was sitting on the chair while studying. He entered and stood beside her by putting his hands on her shoulder. I know you are missing me. She turned and looked at him. He grabbed her hand and made her stand and hugged her. She put her head on his shoulder by closing her. He was bending her back to her. Tears started falling and he broke their arm. The tears, don't cry. I'm here for you. You said that. I know I hurt you, but I was just angry at that time. That was nothing. He again got up to walk towards the bed while hugging her. Jago, please don't leave me. I will never. She smiled as they laid down. He grabbed her hand and kissed her in the bush as in her room and from the window. Don't cry so much. It's not good for you. But I was thinking that you really fell in love with him. He crashed her face. One day you will understand me. He grabbed her face and stared at her eyes. He has black hair and Vaz had brown hair. She colored them black because of him. She always wore black because she didn't eat her eyes. Hazel eyes. She was staring at him and saw that new boy came into her school. He had very dark style. He had to fake tattoos at that time. He didn't notice her, but she always watched him. And one day some of her close classmates were bullying her and calling her depressed idiot while forcing her to sit on the rail. He saw her and saved her dad. A English man was sitting on the bench when Chiara came and sat down beside her. They both were waiting for someone. Chiara was a jolly girl. She looked at her. Hi, my name is Chiara, she said while looking at Vine. Vine looked at her from head to toe and thought for a second what to do. And then, my name is Vine, nice to meet you. Miss Matter, do you study first semester? So that would have older that you have in first semester. Why don't it? Because they could study with her. Chiara talked about her so many times. My mother just listened to her silently. They were searching for someone. He came and looked at them and smiled, but Gianna, let's go. Gianna smiled, Bye, Violet. Let's be right next time. Violet was staring at Jacob because he asked Diana not her. Diana grabbed his hand and they both started walking. Violet was sitting in the first. She stared at him. She got up and looked up. She was walking alone today. She wanted him to walk to one pattern, but he closed. Choose her. She hated Diana so much. She came in between them. She stopped and saw them in the park playing football. He said he hates football. Now, did he like? He after and started walking. Diana was laughing. She came into her apartment and immediately opened the door and grabbed her and inhaled it. She came back by learning because she didn't want to hear her laugh and his friend's voices. She hated everyone at that point. She sat down while breathing heavily. What was he doing? Was he playing with the feelings? She looked at the flame. I hope she leaves. She closed her eyes as she felt she forbade her not to talk to him in public. Nobody knew about them except Binny. Binny didn't like Van because he thought she looked like a mental and depressed person. Binny always told her to leave him because she never listened to him. At night. What did you choose her? When she's my fiancée, if I choose you, she would tell my parents about us. Why are you hiding this? Do you feel ashamed to be with me? No, I'm not ashamed, but I can't. You will always be my secret. I don't want to be a secret. When I don't have another choice, he was scratching her cheeks, then leave me. And suddenly he grabbed her face hardly. What did you say? Huh? Leave you? Don't you ever think of this? Tears formed in her eyes and he left her face and walked towards the window. She got up and hugged him from behind. If you love this, then why don't you leave her? He turned and come to face. You have to live like this, understand? But I don't. He walked out while slamming the door. What's wrong with him? She saw him drive off. She sat down and grabbed her cell phone, then started searching Gianna's background. She was so rich and family was the richest in Korea. Didn't look like he was rich. His dressing was everything. But then she realized that he gave her everything, even the plates were given by him. She never went to his place. He loved to wear diamond rings, and she realized today after searching for it. Even the pricing of it was so expensive, didn't know that he was that much rich. He had very different style, but his attitude and arrogance could tell that he was rich. Sometimes she felt that he was using her. The day she just searched about them. After seeing their lifestyle, she felt very poor. She wanted to get richer to get match with him to stand beside him while holding his hand. She searched so many jobs. Finally found one. It was not hard but also free. After exams, so it was easy for her. They were good, giving a good amount of money. The next day. Mom was standing while drinking juice, but suddenly Jana came and hi, are you few? Yes. Actually, I don't have anyone to talk because my friend is sick, so decided to talk to you. So the last day we didn't talk much. Let's talk about each other. Are you interested in talking to me? Actually, I never talk too much, so I don't like talking too much. Oh, okay, sorry. It's okay, Jana's one of walked. She was sweet girl and started walking alone. Now she was walking in the rain while holding him. It was a cold day. Vine was in her imagination, but suddenly the car stopped beside her. Vine looked at it and Tiana pulled down the glasses. Vine, come and drop you at a place. It's such natural rain. Thank you, but I'm okay. I know, but her car passed and it's in full speed and the water splashed on Vine. Oh no, Vine, are you okay? I'm okay. She started shaving and a few minutes I needed my hair. What, I need to go back immediately. She was about to run, but while she walked out and helped her to stand, come with me. Vine nodded and sat down in the car and they both drove off towards her apartment. She dropped her at her place and Vine didn't know that she was that much kind. That's why he doesn't want to break their engagement. She was thinking about Jenna. You are really stepped out like me. She looked at herself and she was looking so weird. Something was missing. She laid down. Well, on the other hand, they all were sitting and were talking about their day. Guys, today I dropped wine at the place. She walked back when started shaving. Her condition was worse at that time. What? Winnie looked at him. I mean, then she went into her apartment. You did good. Thank you. He praised her. But he was also worried about Ryan at that time. One was burning but he came and saw her. He sat down beside her and touched her. You are burning. She looked at him while her eyes were after burning. Got up and grabbed the medicine and believed that he didn't take them. Sit down. She sat down and he put the pill in her mouth and then she drank it. Now take rest. And she nodded and later he lay down with her while hugging her from behind. Sometimes he showed her that he cared for her just because she didn't want to leave him and love him so much. He always said when she was not well. She never asked him that he loved her because she was scared of his answer. She wanted to live like that but not to be a secret and silent. He was scratching her hair. The next morning she opened her eyes and he was not there. The medicine were on the side table. He bowed and put them on it. She was feeling better and got up. She never took off from the college. She got ready. In the college, are you okay now? I nodded. If you need something, then ask me. Thank you, but I'm okay now. Gianna smiled and then he came out with his friends. One was not waiting very much. Gianna happily met him and they were starting walking. One, come with us. No, you can go. But why, Janku? Tell her. She looked at him and he said from her eyes to come. Okay, and then they were starting walking. Beanie was walking with Van and Gianna was walking with Janku. In the park, Javan was sitting on the bench watching them playing with each other. She was just looking at Janko. They were laughing in fun when hearts were burning. Winnie came to her and drank the water while sitting. He looked at her and she hummed. You'd stop wasting your time. What do you mean? I mean, he started loving her. Why would I believe it or believe him? But this is true, and now you're just a burden for him. In a year and 6 months, he will completely in love with her. Did you care to give his trust? He laughed as Janko looked at them. This is not a joke, he said, and got up. Barbara is just too well. She is pretty and it's so difficult to fall in love with. But it is so easy to forget. We have been together for years. He was like, this can't be true. I can't see them together ever in my life. I will never let him happily with him. He can't do this. And Barbara was staggered. She didn't ready to accept. The next day, but for the first time, my mom took him to in college to talk. His friends were shocked, and but they didn't interfere. I want to talk. He looked at the people and went out here. Go back. No, I want to talk. It's very important. When I said go back, everyone is looking at us, so go. I don't care about anyone. Let them see. Gianna came out and looked at them and then further and walked towards them. Mine, go back before I lost my anger. Why do you always do this? And Gianna came. What are you both talking about? She asked, smiling. She was asking me about you. I looked at her and yes, I thought that you didn't come. Didn't you see my car? Look at the pink car. This is mine. I looked at it and oh, I don't see that. Well, let's go and I will tell you everything. But I noticed that they walked. And although I noticed that Gianna loved him so much, and as she talked about him so much, and they told her many things which Joanne didn't want to listen. But after listening, she just got heartbroken. What Gianna told her, he gave her everything. One under the woman's under were looking outside. Her words were ringing in her mind. He never gave me flowers. He never made me fair shoes. He never complimented me. Am I too ugly compliment or just too useless to care for? Was Winnie right that he really fell in love with her? I will never let them live together. One was so white and just wanted to separate them because she didn't want to lose him. She was with him before her. They were together for years. She decided to tell her and didn't care about the consequences. Janko was with Diana for 6 months while thinking how he could fall in love with her in 6 months. Now I was sitting on the bench while watching them playing. She was looking at Diana with hateful eyes. She saw them together with hateful eyes and just wanted to separate them today. They one time tell Diana everything. Diana looked at one and smiled. One other passes by. She got up and she walked towards him. It's a girly thing. Diana smiled and they walked towards the bench. They stood in front of each other. I just want to tell you why Stormy walked towards them and Diana, leave us alone. But why? I will tell you later. She turned and walked away. He looked into her eyes. Are you crazy? Did you gonna tell her? Yes, because I don't like the relationship between you and her. When he grabbed her arm tightly and gave her that got lost. And if you try to do it again, then I had to see the consequences. Now get out. Now stop your drama. So you think that I do a drama? Yes. His tune was so harsh. Now act like nothing happened. He looked at her, looked at Gianna, was smiling. His friends were looking at Vanna. Billy knew that they talked about how he was feeling. Billy after that was just sat there like a dead person. He didn't speak to anyone. And as Gianna and Vine were walking, they both were silent and Gianna broke this. And Vine, when did he talk to you? He said he loved you, wanted to give you a surprise. He became happy really. Seriously, he told me because he wanted me to help him. So, do you agree? Yes, thank you. She was so happy after hearing your mind was so awkward. She just wanted to sleep because she was tired. She realized that she couldn't do anything. She stopped in front of her apartment by. She wrote and walked in the park. She came and lay down on the bed. She didn't do anything. She thought that it was useless to do something, to do anything because he wouldn't leave her. She started to think that he used her every time. Now he entered the room and sat down beside her. She was in deep sleep. He touched her face and the beautiful memories started coming to his mind. He didn't sure about his feelings towards her. He just wanted to keep him with him. He laid down beside her while hugging her. He wanted to wake up because she was sleeping so peacefully. When she asked him, what did you say? I said you wanted to give her a surprise. If not, how do you know that I want to give you a surprise? Really, you wanted to give her a surprise. Why don't you ever give me? Why, please don't start. What do you mean by don't start? You will help me to get the surprise daddy. He said he again ignored her words. She eagerly walked over slamming the door. He was shocked because she never behaved like this before. 2 days later, she was sitting on the bed angry. She was still angry at him and didn't even talk to him. She was holding a notebook. Jack was calling him, he said while ending. Why? Because he wanted to help him to get surprised daddy. Go and tell him that I'm not his servant, she thought this and then looked at the apartment which he gave her. Okay, I'm coming. She got up and they both walked on and on the way they both didn't say a word but didn't understand what to do. She just didn't want to leave him. She entered the other time decorating the room for her. She walked to him and he smiled at me. She grabbed the balloons and started decorating the room for her. Her heart was so broken, but she was doing that to get closer to him. She was now sick of everything. 2 hours later, Janko entered with Gianna. I gave her some I didn't even guess she was standing there like she was just a stranger. However happy she cut the cake with him. But as we this one of his friends, I then stepped back and mine fell down on the table and all the juices fell on her. Oh no, I'm sorry, mine. Is she okay? I think so. She got injured, but Janko was so often worried for her. Now she was standing under the shower, water was running down her clothes. Her mind was blank as she wanted to get out of this situation. She was in her mind, but suddenly he hugged her from behind. She didn't even look at him. He grabbed her arm and touched her bruise. But don't you care about yourself? She didn't want to say anything. She closed her eyes and tears fell. The pain will soon go away. I promise. I know I'm not dropping water for you as a. She suddenly said, "No, it's not." To turn towards her. No, stop comparing yourself with her. He hugged her. Now you can take. You. No one can take your place. All us are beautiful. Two months later, man started to take so much stress because he always lived with her, which hurt her so much. He just wanted to stop Jana. Slapped Jana so hard because she was so cringy with him. Now she was sitting with them. Jana was behaving like a kid in front of him and this was pissing Ryan off. He was liking this to hell. She started walking angry. Jana looked at him. What's wrong with us? She has lost her mind. Did you see how rude she was? She changed so much, he hummed. At night, he opened the door of her room and she was not in her room. He looked around the apartment. She wasn't there. He dialed her number, but she cut all his calls. Mama was sitting and was eating sandwich. She was looking at the people who were enjoying their lovely time and started to think that she couldn't do this anymore. She tired of her. She was tired of all this drama. She started to believe that he would marry Jana one day and she would become a side chick. She looked at herself and wanted to she behavior changed so much she started to believe rudely with anyone. In the middle of that, she entered the man. He was standing there so much he searched for her everywhere, but he came back. He looked at her. Where are you? Like you care. Don't you feel? Don't you feel that you are crossing the limits? She tried to yank his arm, but hugged her hard. The man was sitting here while waiting for them. Gianna came with her friends and they stood beside Ryan. Ryan was talking with her, but suddenly she saw the ring which she bought for Ryan in her finger. She immediately grabbed her. This is my ring, but I regrets he gave me this. She appreciated, but Ryan got up. No, this is my ring. Give it back to me. She said, no, this is not yours. This is mine, Gianna. No, Ryan, stop this so much. She tried to snap, but last time I will not give you this back. This is when she tried to snag, but she went for sure. She fell. Her friends were watching them with an open mouth. Gianna got up. He came and saw them. Gianna got up. Look, Jangu, she is blaming like Jangu, stop doing this. Why do you always give my grace to this? Jangu one again pushed Gianna. He had lost when started behaving like crazy. He was holding and Rocky and he closed his eyes angrily and opened them. Whoever do you think of yourself? You are thinking at that okay or like. And when his dad started crying loudly, Minnie grabbed his hand and Chuck, what I do, she deserves it. She taught me so much. Never regretted, but he didn't listen to. He went hit her again. She cried. Everyone there just watching them. She was crying stop when he saw her. The dad condition she go over and found her because he hit her like so hard. She grabbed her bag and started sobbing while walking. Winnie tried to harm her, but she stepped back and ran with the energetic act. She was crying when Shaku was losing her and looked around him. Everyone looking at them without saying a word. When came into her apartment, sat down on the floor while crying. She was in so much pain. She touched her like it was so numb and swelled to that she realized he never loved her. She was just a toy for him. Her body started shivering. She didn't know what to do. She didn't have anyone beside her. She just lay down on the floor. He entered his room and looked at his hand. She didn't understand what he entered. The flashback of her condition started coming to mind. I can't do slow. No, Minnie entered the room and he looked at Minnie. Tell me, did I just do too much? Tell me, start while he's holding his shoulders. Minnie nodded. Go to first. She needs someone. He said when rubbing his hands. Go to first. He told Bruce, please go to her. His voice was so broken when he rooted and walked out, leaving him in the worst condition. He sat down on the floor rolling his eyes. His hair was falling. Well, on the other hand, when he entered the room and saw her lying unconscious on the floor, he walked towards and looked at the. In the morning, she opened her eyes and she was on the bed and like was in bed. She then sat down. Her heart was still in pain. She was feeling so much feeling, sports feeling at that time. After banging the same tears formed in her eyes, she just couldn't accept that. She grabbed her cell phone and decided to leave the city in a way. She made her mind. 2 days later, she went to Dr. Barsab every night and every morning. Someone put the food in front of her door, but she never took it. But she put the food and she opened the door. He looked at her. Why did you not writing? Did he order to this? Vinny noted one smile and grabbed it. Vinny thought that she would throw it on him, but she took it. Thank you. She closed the door and he was sure. She put the board on the table. She didn't want to let him know that she was leaving because she knew that he would not let her go. She decided to do that. Her dysentery was not that serious, and so it healed quickly. 1 week as fast as she could walk. Now she was standing in the kitchen while baking a cake for her today was her birthday. She didn't come. She didn't want him to see him. She was putting the strawberries on the game. He came and he wanted. He came. What are you doing? If it didn't happen, yeah, I know I bought a gift for you. She put it on the table, and her son opened it. You will like it. Do you like it? She asked. He asked. This is beautiful. I know you will like it. Let's cut the cake. She nodded and put it on the table. They would say they got the cake together. They were bright like the apple, but now she didn't want anything from him. Just wanted his love, and he proved that he was just useless. So now she didn't want anything from him, not even love. He wanted her to forget that, and he knew that she would never forgive him. After cake, they danced together. Why did just one more a second? Today was her last day in her apartment, and now she was leaving the toxic relationship. The next day, she opened her eyes and was lonely. She didn't have too much luggage. She got up and packed his clothes and left everything behind, which was gifted by. She was putting her luggage and looked at the apartment. Last time she spent so many beautiful and sad for days, but now it's sand. She sat down in the taxi and drove off. The next day he came into her apartment and everything was there except he walked towards the room and she wasn't there. She chased hand on her body as his whole living came into his mind. He grabbed the pattern and thanks for everything you have been so much and gave me anything, but now I'm leaving all the things behind even you. I don't want to remember you and all the things I've wasted on you. Let's forget each other and become strangers. Live a happy life with her. His heart sank and his apartment didn't know where she went and we everything things as she left. He just started falling and all the pain was just because of his weird nature. He knew that she left him because of him. He couldn't do anything. He just couldn't leave Vienna. I'm covered. You were right. I'm covered. And I hate you and I hurt you so much. Now I want you to leave. I mean, you did good. You just left your toxic life. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I did go. I hope you forget me, but I can't forget. You are my everything. What I wanted to be happy. I will not come behind you. I'm a bad person. I'm sorry, but this is better for you. He was sitting on the floor, right, crying, while holding paper. All the past memories were coming into his mind. Her beautiful kickers were running in his mind. He just let her go. He did. He was regretting.